All right. Now it is a brand new episode of the Three Amigos podcast. All right. Brandom Thought is actually in Greensboro as we speak. So I think he's at Aew Revolution.
Right.
But nonetheless, we are still here in the
Right.
building tonight. And you know what? So the fellas before everything's trying to get me to do the introductions for everybody. So I'm gonna try to do it in the best way possible that I can. I'm not gonna, as usual, Brandon comes to me because I don't remember what all he says to everybody and stuff like that. But I know that I'm gonna try my best. But nonetheless, yours truly, you know what I'm saying, representing Flatbush, Brooklyn, you know, the Panamanian God, Mashout King. I'm here at the helm today, but I'm gonna turn it to I cut it down very short. Okay, I cut it down very short. So I'm going to turn
the
to
Panamanian God.
Okay, I'm going to turn to the right. Okay, he is a professor. He is a doctor. He is a teacher. He is everything all rolled up in one.
Oh, you froze again. You froze.
I did the best I could.
Okay, you know. It's cool. We gonna rock with it. That's
yes,
right. Masquerade Cam's in the
Masquerade Cam. All right. Okay. Anything you want to say, Kaiser, before I move on to the third person?
You know what? Just keep it rolling, man.
All right, let's go. So, standing in at 7'9", okay, he is the 10-time Park, you know, champion. I know it's like, and is it New York Park champion? I think that's what it is.
Yeah. New York Park
City
Wrestling
Park
Alliance,
champion, something like that. You know, he's still waiting to find out where the fuck is Jimmy Pockets. Okay, he is lyrical, spiritual, right? And you know, aluminum bars and all
Miracle
that good
aluminum
stuff.
bars.
And,
yeah,
you already know. You know what I mean? And he goes by Diesel Washington.
The champ is here.
Washington. Okay. All right. So thank God we got.
Hold on. And I hail from the old New York City with the blue cop cars, the yellow Metro cars.
Okay.
The 50-cent sodas.
They still have those.
The $2.50 sandwiches, and you get a free soda.
Okay.
I'm from
free soda with your Chinese food. That's right.
Okay. $2.75 for pork fried rice and 4 chicken wings.
I know that's right. Trying to get me that tonight.
The pork fried rice. That's right.
All right.
It's not like $7.75.
Exactly. So now, nonetheless, you know, so we're going to get to the gorilla position where we ask questions to the group. You know, always remember to like, share, and subscribe to our podcast on YouTube and wherever you get your local podcast from. Now, this week's question is, because of last week we had Warren Went, all right, on the show. It says, right, why do hip-hop artists receive harsher sentences when they are on trial? Diesel, what you got?
Oh, that's deep. And I want to go. So you know what? I'm gonna go with the question. The answer is, I believe they get harsher sentencing because hip hop artists are the closest thing to the community, right? They're the most recent thing coming from the community, unlike movie actors and actresses and any other profession there is. So coming from that, it's like it's almost possible that, hey, the generation coming up from like behind them looking at that is looking at it as, you know, something to be glorified, and they looking at it as, hey, this is my role model, they're doing it, I can do it. So I feel like that's the reason why they get the harsher punishment. It's just so easy to like to attain what they're doing
Right.
when you're just a regular Joe. So they want
Hmm.
to put the blame on them. That's my answer.
Okay. Okay. What you got, Cam?
I feel like they they issue like harsher punishments because I think America still don't want hip hop, like white America. You know what I mean? Like the red states, the Republicans, like those people who children like hip hop, right? Because to be honest, black people, people of color, 13 to 20% of the population, we don't buy all the records, right? There's no way that's possible for artists to sell and stream as many records as they do without, the other side, the white side, listening to the music or being the consumer, right? So there's still this, like, I guess you would call old guard that still villainizes hip hop,
Right.
right? Now I understand, we flashy, we arrogant, you know what I mean? And there is an element of our music that more or less kind of depicts violence. It fantasizes it a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's people still talking their truth about their life. And I feel like a lot of the times hip hop gets a bad rap because they try to villainize it and make it seem like everybody that does hip hop, if they can, right, has some type of negative connotation with them, and it's not fair.
Okay.
I
All
mean,
right.
if you take a look at it right quick, bro, half these artists they go by different names. They don't use their real names.
Their birth name,
They're
yeah.
using gimmick names. So chances are the thing that they're saying and spewing is gimmicks, but coming from it's just a story made up from the shit that they live on a daily basis and from the shit that they done seen and they done heard from their partners. Doesn't necessarily mean that this is what they're out there doing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Okay. So I agree with everything you guys are saying. By the way, I think that with hip hop, you know, I okay. So we talk about recent. Let's talk about recent artists going to jail, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the biggest one that we could think about is, of course, Tory Lanez, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you could really say that he's R&B, but he falls in the hip hop category.
He
Right.
raps
So
really well. He actually does rap.
so then we have to turn around and say, did Corey Lanez get what he deserved? Tory Lanez get what he deserved, right? So that's the ultimate question. Did Tory Lanez get what he deserved, right? Because you know, I think that trial was extremely fast. First of all, that trial was only 2 weeks, and
Hmm.
I don't to this day I don't think all the evidence was in. So, did Tory Lanez get the shit end of the stick? Who knows? Um, Now we
Hmm.
have Young Thug. He's on trial right now, right?
Right.
With the YSL and and
The
also the
Rico
RICO
case.
charges.
Yeah.
Is he getting a fair shake? So these are all things where
Mm-hmm.
we have to wonder: is the artist going to get a fair shake, right? So then we say, okay. Then we say, okay. Well, now the rapper, right, is black, and I think that because the rapper is black, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think that Macklemore would get the same harsher treatment as a Young Thug. I'm not trying to make it
Mm.
racial, but I'm just trying to say I don't think it's a rap thing. I think that
And wait, hold on. I want to just say, in America, there's no way it can't be racial. It's always racial in America, whether people admit it or not. If it's blatant on the surface, it's underneath. It always tend to come down to race.
correct, correct, Cam, and also correct to the comment. But we don't know what happened that night with Tory Lanez. We know. I don't. Honest to God, I don't think the truth was ever told. What happened with Tory and Megan that night? And I'm not victim shaming. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just saying the full story was not told. What's up? What's up, Diesel?
And you know what it is? It's not even up to the courts no more. It's up to the courts of opinion. So
Right.
Hmm.
all this social media shit that's going on and throughout time right now is due to that. Nobody, you really think that these motherfuckers is in there really pleading and listening to these lawyers? They can listen to the lawyers all they want. The motherfuckers
Right.
are gonna leave that courtroom. They're gonna sign online, and they're gonna go through those comments, and that's where they're gonna get it from. It is the public court of opinion that is really backing these motherfuckers into something. Like, because you got fucking Adam 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 saying no, he's pulling up the
Mhm.
fucking evidence, doing his due diligence to tell you what really is going on. And like how you said, we do not know what went on that night. And you know what else I want to know? Why the fuck wasn't the Kardashian girl wasn't involved in that? Why she wasn't a witness?
That's a very good
She
question.
she could have stated how the shit started, because
Mhm.
apparently it started from your house.
And
So
also, they didn't. And also, she was scheduled to testify.
Mm.
She
now
was scheduled to testify. Yes.
this is looking like listen, baby. She got a call from her sister, Kim K, because she's a fake lawyer. Listen, stay up out of
No,
that. We gonna get you up out of that.
she's a lawyer. She's a lawyer. T.
Mm.
Well, listen, I never knew porn stars can go become lawyers. Well,
You'll
hey,
be surprised.
I mean, look, online education is really big nowadays. Anybody can get a degree online.
it's crazy. But
All right.
that's all I gotta say about that.
All right. So, nonetheless, that is everything in terms of the gorilla position this evening. All right. So, it's time to get into the turnbuckle talk. Right. So, which is, damn, y'all got me doing a lot of fucking talking tonight. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Listen, man,
look,
you the
Jeez, you
next up.
whiz.
when
Host
you're a
it,
savant
man.
of radio and podcasting, I mean, we got to
Man,
let
look,
you
this
be
one.
great, brother.
But y'all
We gotta
making
let you
me
be
up
great.
here feel like we hosted a nightly talk show. I'm just trying my best right now to
But this,
navigate.
Yes,
but
You
what
this
know.
is you
story.
doing? Lead the ship. Come on,
All
lead the
right.
ship.
Okay.
This
So,
story.
nonetheless, nonetheless. All right. I haven't had a chance to pour my drink or nothing, but I'm trying to just,
Mm.
roll with the punches. Nonetheless. So, this week, as we stated, is Sting's last match. We said that last week, Sunday, by the way. And, on Wednesday's Dynamite, we got a chance to see Sting drop from the rafters.
Oh,
Okay.
I missed that shit.
Yeah,
Why
he
nobody
dropped.
told me?
Yeah, he dropped from the rafters this week.
Why nobody told me?
But here's something really interesting about that. And I don't know, I only read the story, but I'm trying to get a little bit more clarification. Martha Hart, the wife of the deceased Owen Hart, actually helped organize that this week. So,
Oh,
right. Now, if of course we don't remember, Owen Hart was killed by the drop he did in 1999 at the May Over the Edge pay-per-view for the WWE.
mhm.
So Martha Hart has been actually working with AEW on different things, especially with the Owen Hart competition and things of that nature. So I don't know. D, I had the same reaction you did because I don't know where this is going. I have no idea what was the thought process behind this. Masquerade, what's up?
Well, so like, what work? I mean, she's really like prevalent in the wrestling business. One, two, she put input on the drop of the rafters. Like, I don't know, does she have like technical expertise since her husband died? She like really learned up on how that's supposed to be done properly. I'm very confused as to her
Listen,
involvement in that whole segment.
Knowing that's what she probably did. She probably took after Owen passed on. She probably took that up, like
This
doing
won't
her
happen to nobody else
information,
again.
maybe so that and to see like how it's supposed to be safely operated. So I will believe that
Mm.
she probably did that. But my only take in this is that Tony Khan, dear Tony, you are signing up the wrong people for the wrong jobs. Okay, you are doing everything in there but getting your fucking company together. You're signing the wrong people, babes. You're signing the wrong people.
You hit him with
you,
the babes.
but you know
Like,
what? Here's the funny part about that. You know, are you like so? Real talk. It's like if he uses Martha Hart, right? Martha Hart would not allow Owen Hart to go into the Hall of Fame. So we do know that when AEW comes up with a Hall of Fame, I'm pretty sure that he's going to advocate for Owen Hart to go into that Hall of Fame. But my thing is that when does the WWE dig stop? Right? When does it stop that you actually going to run your own organization and you're going to be doing things, on your own and not pay attention to the competition? Because they are the number 2 organization in terms of professional wrestling, only because they have a television product. Okay, yes,
Right.
D, I know you gave me a look, but they have a television product, right? The fact that they have shows in prime time on major cable networks, you got to give them a kudos to that, because we know that's a hard
Agreed.
feat. That's a
That's the hard
hard
part.
I agree.
That's the hard part. Yeah.
so, yeah, so the fact is that they're the number 2 organization, but when are they going to start acting as the number 2, and not doing these things where it's always a dig back at the WWE, and as in bringing back Martha Hart into that situation?
See, AEW is their ass backwards. Here's the thing. They were paying attention to WWE's downfall and everything they were doing wrong, right? And making fun of that, poking fun at that. But now that WWE is, is transcending, moving upward, right? They're not paying attention to that. Well,
Mhm.
if you pay attention to that and not to the old shit, then maybe your ass can be in the talks and you can be doing something right for your talent.
Right.
You're a grown ass man, Tony. Tony, you're a grown ass man. You are a businessman. You are a billionaire, millionaire, whatever ear you are. You are that,
Ear.
my man. You are that. Like you sit here, like I wish I had that money and I could play around with that money like how he playing around with that money.
Well, so would you come up with a rival company?
A rival company, I will come up with. Here's the thing: everything that AEW said that they were going to be, I will be that, and I will not be a rival company. I will be the alternative company that is needed for the business because we are tired of seeing what's going on the big platform. You know what I mean? We're tired
Right.
of it. All due respect, love the big platform, but we got to do what's best for the business. And let me take what I can from that big platform and learn from them. You know what I mean? And try to do everything right. They came in and they
Absolutely.
did shit. They came in and they did shit wrong.
Cam, any thoughts before I move on to the next story?
Nah, man, I'm good.
All right. So, having said that, going back again, talking AEW talk, like I said earlier, it is AEW Revolution, and as matches happen, we will directly live talk about who's the winner of such and such match. So I'm trying to keep up to date with that as we speak. All right, but nonetheless, Lex Luger is in attendance today at AEW Revolution, ladies and gentlemen. Okay,
Oh,
to see
they
his
got it.
man Stinger uh uh last match. So he is in attendance
Oh,
at the Greensboro
he
Coliseum this evening.
he he about to get scrapped from that WWE game now.
He's not on television.
Oh,
He's not on television,
oh,
but different people are stating that he is
Oh,
in
they've
the building.
confirmed it
Yes,
unofficially.
unofficially,
Okay, got you.
but
Got you.
that he's actually in the building at AEW Revolution. Now, speaking about Lex Luger, I was gonna
yo,
save it for a topic.
AEW is a motherfucking hypocrite motherfuckers. They got rapists in over there allegedly.
Mm-mm.
They have killers over there allegedly. They just doing the most over there. But only one comes to
He
WWE.
wasn't convicted. He wasn't convicted. He went to court. He went on trial, and he was
Right.
acquitted.
He said a legend. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, right.
So it's and so was OJ.
Mm-mm. Oh God! You had to make that comparison.
He went there.
Hey, it's cool. It's cool when a white man's framed for murder, but when a black man's framed for murder, listen.
Well, you know what?
Okay.
We're a long ways away from 1995. So at this point in the game, I do understand. Sour D.
And
Okay, I
wait,
do understand.
and who was the damn that guy from
Johnny Cochran.
not Johnny Cochran. I know who Johnny Cochran is. The
Mm.
the actor who got away for killing his wife. Something Blake. What's his name?
Oh, and yes, and we know that one also. We know he killed him. That he definitely killed that woman.
I never liked
Robert
him.
Blake. Robert Blake.
Right. I
Yeah,
never liked
Oh
him since
wow.
Money Train.
yeah,
Wow, that's crazy.
yes. Okay, so yes, so is in attendance and what have you. Yes, and he was a very bad guy in Money Train. You're absolutely right. Next on the list that we're talking about. Next on the list
Yeah.
we're talking about is TNA is going to get a television deal on a major network once again.
Yeah.
So the rumor is that there are in talks for them to join major network after there's going to be a lull in professional wrestling on Monday night since WWE Monday Night Raw is moving to Netflix. Fellas, any thoughts?
I think this is good for I think this is good for TNA. This you said TNA, right? Correct
Yeah,
me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
TNA.
Yeah.
Wait. You said TNA's gonna get a TV deal. Don't TNA have a TV deal already?
yeah, but on Access TV, come on,
A
that's like
major network. A major
yeah,
network.
Oh, the
major network.
major network.
Yeah.
This is good for them, and I wouldn't expect that they'll be moving that direction. Um, After losing Scott Demore. Um, but this is good. Like we need more wrestling on TV, and that's up. I'm hoping for MLW, but if this is truly in the works, congratulations to TNA. I look forward to seeing you on a television show that I actually watch. Because keeping up with that access TV is really hard,
On a
man.
channel you got access to.
Right, exactly.
Right, because I think their television access is only strict to Direct TV. I think that's what it is.
Oh well, I have the Sling app, so access TV is on there.
Okay, Masquerade, what's up?
I mean, I think this is wonderful news for TNA. It's wonderful news for their talent. And then it's just a byproduct of the whole business being elevated, right? I
Hmm.
mean, I think The Rock said it the best, even though he kind of made himself a little bit more of the centerpiece of this comment. But wrestling is cool again, right? For almost like the majority of the American population, right? So like more and more people are like catching wind of it, like, oh yeah, wrestling's hot, yeah, yeah, wrestling's hot, yeah, yeah, I like it, I like it, I like what I'm seeing. So there's more access to, and with this new era of social media, people catch wind of different things before they even see the actual TV show that has been broadcast on. So I think it's a really good move for TNA. I wonder if they're gonna bring back some of the classic talent that they had, some of the foundational talent, where they pop back up on TNA once they get a major TV deal. Will we see Jeff Jarrett return to TNA? Will we
No,
see
because
some
you're
more
seeing him
Joe?
right now. You're seeing him over
Yeah,
here.
but
Nobody
him
wants to see no
AEW
fucking
is,
Jeff Jarrett.
And
Nobody
also,
wants
you
to
we
know
see
know
what?
that Jeff Jarrett's
I
not loyal, so
That's true.
right.
That's true. I'm just saying. I miss
Jeff
heel Jeff
Jarrett is
Jarrett
one
when
of
he
the most
ran
bouncing
the
ass
company.
talents of wrestling all over the motherfucking place. You'll find that nigga
Ah,
over here, AWA, NWA,
right, right.
AJSJ, nigga
AJSJ.
everywhere.
What that's there for?
Everywhere. Delta, JetBlue.
Ah, that's crazy.
exactly. I agree with that. Okay, so nonetheless, all right,
Mm.
we can finally get to a WWE story. All right, I wanted to make sure that we are covering things across the board. Now we're gonna go back to the E. So,
We know everybody's on the edge of their seat for a fucking WWE story. I don't care about what's going on with the other shit. Come
all
on.
right. Okay, so on SmackDown Friday night,
Mm.
The Rock set out a challenge to Cody Rhodes. He said night one, he would like it to be a tag team match with him and the Tribal Chief versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. How do you guys feel about that? I'm going to throw it to Diesel first.
The Rock is really stroking his goddamn power. He's really taking advantage of his power, and I would like for some people to take note, right? See, when you are ahead of things and you are the boss of things, This is how you do those things,
Mhm,
Jackson brothers. Okay,
mhm.
Nick
Nicholas and
Jackson,
Michael,
Nicholas, and whoever the fuck the other one is. That's how you're supposed to do it. And a little bit
or
of me is
Matthew,
kind
Nicholas
of
and Matthew. Sorry.
Nicholas and Matthew. A kind of it, a bit of it of me is saying like, all right, y'all running a whole damn card right now. I don't need to see this because
Mm,
y'all taking away from other fucking talent that should be in that spot. I don't want to see that match. I'm not gonna
Mm.
lie to you. I don't want to see that match. But
mm.
if it's to put more sauce on for the Roman Cody match, then I guess I can put up with it. But really and truly, I don't want to see that goddamn match.
Yeah, what you got?
Okay. Me, you know, they roll with the punches very well over at WWE, I would say. And I think this is a really cool pivot to still have Rock in a main event spot with Roman in an actual match. Um, ideally when he first returned, yes, I wasn't expecting a tag match, but this to me is a good pivot. And it also pays homage to the 40 years of WrestleMania where the very first main event was a tag match with,
That's what I'm saying.
you know, Hogan and Mr. T, Mr. Wonderful, and Piper. So I like the storyline framing telling of it, and I like the caveats of the stipulations, right? Like what would happen if Cody and Seth was like they raised the stakes for the next night, right?
Right.
So this also has me wondering when is Seth defending his title? Is he gonna open night two, or is he gonna wrestle twice on night one?
Very
Right. I
good
think
question.
that plays a pivotal role moving forward. And I think realistically they probably should save him for night two because he does still have a bum leg. You shouldn't want him to wrestle twice in one night.
You know, I'm very confused here because I know that obviously,
Don't
it's
be.
it'll be a good main event, but then okay, so what about the ladies?
Yeah, no, they're
You
gonna
know,
be
Right.
in two. Are they
I
gonna
don't
I
think
thought they were.
the ladies ain't closing out the show.
Yeah,
right? Are
that's
they
I
gonna
thought.
is
Go ahead.
Roman going I'm sorry. Is Roman gonna close both nights? Because that
Pretty
can't
much.
that tag match cannot be like a beginning of the what you call it. And all this does, this whole shit, it just it just opens up more fucking possibilities of what can happen, right? Seth gets injured, gets fucked up. We just seen Drew telling him to yo, Seth, mind your business. I need you 100% for our match. So this
Hmm.
can be that could be a fall for that. You know what I mean? And then we still have Damian Priest with the briefcase. It's a lot going on. And then Kim, you mentioned that you didn't know that this match was going to happen. Yeah, we did. We all knew when they did
The press conference.
the press conference. And
No,
now
Hmm.
for W
I was talking more so when The Rock first came back and he was like, "Where should I sit? Should I sit at the head of the table?" That's what I was talking about. But when
now
he said that, I knew he was going to be in a match at WrestleMania. That's what I was talking about.
and even with that, if anybody for the people who's listening right now and the viewers, if y'all had watched the Rock's Instagram story, his live or whatever, if you haven't checked that out, where he's actually explaining and giving you the history of how all
Hmm.
this shit took place. Everything
Hmm.
was a buildup. And like I was trying to say,
Hmm.
WWE now is not they're not letting up, they're not playing with their food. They're showing us what it is. Whatever it is that what we think it is, that's what it's going to be. So for all of
Hmm.
us out there who said that this is going to be a tag match, guess what? It's a tag
There you
match.
go. There you go.
Okay. All right. So the first pinfall for the night AEW Revolution is the AEW Tag TNT Championship, and your winner is Christian Cage. Okay. So and
Duh.
still
The
you're going against
TNA,
Garcia.
TNT
Wait,
champion.
hold on. Time out. What time did that fucking show start?
8 o'clock.
So, so That's the first match.
No, I'm
Oh,
work with me, baby. Work with me.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Work with me.
About to say, you know, I
Jesus,
know they
talk
like
about
to. I know
breaking
they like to
kayfabe.
go on long matches, but shit.
He said, "Talk about breaking cave."
All right. Continuing on. Also, and still, the Continental Crown Champion Eddie Kingston is
Boo!
Wait,
We all
wait,
got
what?
that one wrong.
No, you got
Eddie
that
Kingston beat
championship.
Daniel Bryan.
You got that
yeah,
title. You got that title wrong.
it's Continental Crown Champion.
Yes,
That's
Continental. Yeah.
oh, I'm thinking about the international champion.
No.
What?
Um,
They let bum ass Eddie Kingston keep the title.
let me tell you something. I saw Eddie Kingston on Wednesday night, and he was talking to the Young Bucks and Renee Paquette they were doing a backstage.
Mhm.
Eddie Kingston looked so bad, and I don't know if it's like they want him to look like this, but he had a beer belly, and then the tights looked like the tights was like this, kid.
Bro, I'm trying to figure out why is he still wearing a singlet and
Exactly.
cargo pants, bro. I'm like, you gotta come up with a different like take a page out of Kevin Owens' book. Wear a t-shirt over the singlet or whatever it is that you're
Yes.
doing. I'm like, bro, it's like it's not working, bro.
Yo,
He's a fucking bum.
yo, this dude's a bum. Kid. He
That
making
nigga
Yonkers look bad. I ain't gonna hold you. He
Really
making
bad.
I thought
You,
that nigga from.
yeah.
I thought he was from the back lots of East New York, Brooklyn.
no. He's from
Nah,
Yonkers.
nah,
He's
nah,
from
nah, 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 nah,
YO.
nah. Yonkers. Nah, you couldn't be Brooklyn out here repping us like that, bro.
Damn,
Nah.
oh,
Chill.
damn, I feel sorry. Yo, shout out to my niggas from YO. Shout out to Rough Riders. You know, shout out to D Block. Feel me?
Listen,
Josh.
no.
You know what the I think would be passable if he had more of a frame like Bray Wyatt. Like he was like, he did
Solid.
like he put in the effort in the gym at least. Right? Like he looked like he puts in no effort in the gym. He just sling back sugar and beer. Like that's all he do. It's like
First of all, he didn't even have a match yet, and your man's look worn out. Like I was just trying to figure out, like
What?
he didn't even have a match yet, kid, and he was worn
he
out.
was
And I'm like,
tired.
I was like, yo, it's like they had to wake him up to show up to work. Like it was like, like somebody had to push him over.
Like
He's
he
like,
was back there asleep with the Budweisers all around
that,
him.
that's a fact. See the difference is Stone Cold drank a lot, but he worked out. So the
Mm-hmm.
thing he never had like a chiseled frame, but he was
Oh my
built.
gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out.
Go
I want
ahead.
to give Mr. Austin his flowers. Wherever you at, Mr. Austin, Steve, you are a great man. Thank you for the years that you have given me as a child and as a teenager. I was just going back
Mm-hmm.
over, looking some of his stuff. The shit that he had with Angle when he had that
Mm-hmm.
when he threw Angle's metals into the river.
Mm-hmm.
This was just great. It was just so fucking fine at his best. Yo, and shout out to Kurt Angle too. I'll give you your flowers too, sir. Thank you for the times that you have given me as a child. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate them. And this is why I love wrestling. Thank you.
Yeah, Stone Cold was. I mean,
Mash up
go ahead.
in relation to what Dave just said, right? And I know you're the thesaurus of wrestling, right?
Mm.
What is up with the storylines of throwing people shit in the river? Like, what is that? What does that come
You
from?
know that's from the 1980s. Believe it or not, that stuff that actually is from the 1980s. That really was a WCW thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
From Ric Flair, Luger, all that whole throw shit in the river, throw people in the river, all that stuff was from that era, but it never died. Now it's not done now. People don't throw shit in the water no
Right.
more now. But back then it was like a regular thing, and that's where it really
I think
started
the
from.
last thing or like real promo they did with something like that was Edge and Lita throwing John Cena's title into the river
Mm-hmm.
right before he busts out the rated R title. I was always wondering like why do you always keep throwing niggas shit in the river?
I missed it like that. Or even when they had like fights in the river.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. Like we didn't CM Punk give someone the GTS? Was it to Chavo? It was to someone, and they went into the fucking
Right.
river. Oh my
Let me
gosh.
Right.
let me tell you something. There's an intercontinental title belt that's somewhere in the water.
Right. You
That
don't think they go back in there and fish it out real quick? You
I
think
don't
they
even
leave it
think it's
down
the
there?
real thing going into the water. I never thought
Yeah, I
that.
don't
I
think
never.
It got to at least
I,
be a replica. They threw it. They throwing stuff.
that's the one. That's the
like
one that Austin threw in the river, right? When The
yeah,
Rock was. Yeah,
and there's a WWE
classic,
championship also in the water too.
Right.
classic.
Right.
Yeah, so wherever that water is, we should one day see. Maybe we could do a trip to
I'm
find
pretty
out.
sure somebody already done jumped in that river and tried to fish it out.
Remember,
Have it on sale. You know what I
didn't
mean? Their
Al
collection.
Snow? Didn't Al Snow and I believe Hardcore Holly had a hardcore match, and they was fighting in the Mississippi River.
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh!
Oh
Damn it! I
damn.
missed those. Oh, I missed those times. Oh, to the
By the way,
listeners, to the listeners that's probably underage. If
by the way,
this is probably before your time, go look all that up. The Attitude Era. Oh my
shout
god.
out to Al Snow for the Netflix special that he
Yeah,
that well,
Netflix
that
show. Yeah.
Oh,
documentary.
the
Yeah,
what is it? The
wrestling.
no, but what is it? The
Yeah, he took over
Ohio.
OVW.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that's
And
good.
you got it percolating, man.
I like to see that. I like to see that be another promotion
Yes,
in a
yeah.
run. I would like to see that.
All right, and that's it for the turnbuckle talk. Okay, all right. Nonetheless, you know what's so crazy? Maybe because we don't have a guest, we're doing so well on time, and then I don't know what is happening with that, but we're doing absolutely well on time.
And shout out to the
It's
guests because
always like that. It's always,
we love when
we
y'all are
got it
We
here
love
sharp. We
our
got
guests.
our segment sharpened
and
now. You know what I'm
y'all
saying?
talk wrestling with us. We love that.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. You should
But
be
this thing
scared.
pays homage or credit to how far the show has come from when, I guess we used to just ramble, you know, for minutes at a time, you know what I mean? And one segment took almost 30 minutes to do, right? Or
Right,
45 minutes, right?
right, right.
With this,
No, I agree. Go ahead, D.
It's not rambling.
oh,
This
right,
this is
right.
this is this is this
With
is a
the
love.
passion.
This is a passion. This is our love letter to wrestling. You understand? Saying rambling because there's people out there
Hmm.
who don't have the platform to speak what we speak, and we share those thoughts and opinions of those who share our thoughts. So I'm
You know that
speaking for you.
that wasn't rambling, but what certainly you just did was
Was
rambling. So I
ramble.
do. Yes, I understand.
Whoa. Welcome to the Royal Ramble. Okay.
All right, so
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you think that's fire, let us know if that should be a segment. What you think?
yes,
Royal Ramble.
the Royal Ramble. Nonetheless, all right, it's back, ladies and gentlemen. Another week at it. Now I'm turning it over to my brother from another mother. All right, the 7'9" giant that has nothing but smoke for all you niggas.
That's
Okay,
right.
Listen, I
yeah,
got a
Diesel.
question, man. Who these niggas? So I
I
got
thought you
some.
was gonna say, "What do you want to talk about?" I don't know
Oh,
why.
I
See
mean,
what you
Why I
want to
thought you was
talk
gonna
about?
say that.
what do you want to talk about? We could talk about the frustration, the back and forth frustrations with the talent of AEW. There's been so many reports that 1 week the morale is up, they're doing good, the talent is happy. Then another week you get that the talent isn't happy. So the talent is like frustrated with Tony Khan, with his communications, um, how he's booking the show. You have talents coming up there on the day of the show not being used. But to some of those talents who already know what they're going to do, they're good. But what about those people who don't know what they're doing? Now, this Tony Khan was supposed to be the savior of that. This is what he complained about WWE doing, and now he's doing it. It's a whole list of frustrated talent. And to name a few, just to name the names that I like, that I love,
Go ahead.
Buddy Matthews and Malachi Black. There's rumor, there's rumors that they might be coming back to WWE because they're having their frustrations with AEW, how they're being booked, and I think over the course of some months, it was a story with Aleister Black saying that he didn't want to be in the tournament or the Continental Title tournament because he didn't want to lose to nobody, and that didn't go through, so he wasn't booked. So I got a fucking question for you guys. What's up with that? Like, what's up with Tony? What the fuck is he doing? What the fuck is he thinking?
Okay.
What you got? What you got for me? What you got for me, big dog?
All right. I think when you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. So the fact is that if you don't have something for everybody, they're gonna feel slighted. They're going to feel slighted. They want television time. The money's good, but we still want television time because, as we learned, when you don't have television time, you're not relevant. People don't know anything about you, so people are upset that they come into the show every single week and they don't know what the fuck they're supposed to be doing or where they're supposed to be working, and that probably gets on a lot of people's nerves.
Right?
Yeah, Kev.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I think like Buddy Matthews and Aleister Black do need a change in what's going on. They need either a new storyline in AEW or a change of scenery. And change isn't necessarily a bad thing. Leaving and parting ways is not necessarily a bad thing. It's at times something that's necessary. You know what I mean?
And
Them leaving the E was necessary and was good for them because
At the
it got
time.
them to, at the
at the
time, it got
time,
them to showcase. And like Buddy Matthews, I think benefited the most because his exiting program in WWE was he was supposed to be the love interest of Rey Mysterio's daughter, and
yeah,
having a rivalry with Rey and Dominic, and it just wasn't landing. You know what I mean? So he
Right.
coming back, reinventing himself. That was necessary, but now there may be a new necessary move to go back to the E to be better than ever. You know what I mean?
I just want to cut in 1 second. So the all-star
Mm-hmm.
scramble match winner is Wardlow.
Of course it
Right.
is. Of course it
So
is.
and once again, Wardlow
The
secured
Undisputed Kingdom.
himself a future
Right.
world title shot at,
Yeah.
at any time he chooses
Yeah,
for
he gonna take it. Yeah, he gonna take it.
the 102nd time Wardlow has secured himself
Yeah.
a shot at the AEW World
Yeah.
Heavyweight
Powerbomb
Championship.
Symphony for everybody. Bang bang
Yes.
and
bang bang.
and another thing with this, with the frustrated talent, I'll be frustrated just as much because now I have to sit. You ain't doing nothing with me. Now I have to sit back and watch you sign more talent and hype them up. And what you're gonna do with them? You're gonna give them their push before you gave me mine.
Right. Right.
Like we see Will Ospreay. He done fulfilled his contract duties with NJPW, so now he's officially all elite.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have we there's rumors of Sasha Mercedes Monet and Kazuchika, if I'm saying that name right, Okada. But what about the other guys that you done made such big announcements for? They came there. You gave them their month of whatever you can give them, and then you was through with them.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It makes
Out
absolutely
here
no
pimping.
sense. All right.
Pimping people.
Wait, I got another announcement.
That's how he hides from the scrutiny.
That is true. I got another announcement. You ready?
Yeah.
So,
And new AEW International Champion Roderick
Come on now.
Strong.
Come on now.
Knew that.
You know what I
was
mean?
gonna happen.
The only surprise is the Eddie Kingston thing. But so far we all been booking it. You know what I mean?
And
Right.
Kyle O'Reilly made his return tonight as well.
Oh, so he done joined the Undisputed Kingdom.
Yeah.
He's in the kingdom now.
You know, speaking of,
I love them, but they can't recreate that Undisputed Era from NXT, boy. That shit, that
That
was
was
one
just
of a
something
kind.
different.
Yeah,
So
man. Even
speaking of,
the music was way better.
all right.
You know what I mean?
So in speaking of returns, you shall you speak and shall you say. This week it was a return of the chairman, the
Mm-hmm.
perfect 10.
The perfect 10. Not no tie.
Not Todd Dillinger though.
Not him.
He came back as Sean Spears when he
Sean
Yes.
returned
Spears.
to NXT
Yeah. Yeah.
with the same gimmick he left with AEW.
Yeah.
And now I think he's on the, oh my gosh. I'm excited. I'm excited. I like how he so
He
oh yeah.
popped up. Yeah.
I like how he popped up. So leading up to that, for several weeks on NXT for the listeners, uh NXT they was premiering some vignettes of a coming wrestler. And if you've seen that, this was that. It was Sean Spears returning to NXT. What's your thoughts about that, Cam?
I think it's a very beautiful move for him because he became an afterthought. He disappeared. When AEW first launched, we was excited for him because here there's somebody who showed promise in WWE, right?
Right.
That we all was like, yo, he's about to be a great player in this wrestling thing. Pandemic happened. Well, no, not even pandemic. This is before pandemic, right? They kind of like he kind of faded off to the back end, popped up as Sean Spears, and A Dub was in Cody's camp, and we was hyped. Then he got pushed into stardom, right? Like Cody made him a
Right.
star. You know what I mean?
Right.
And having that great match with him where he damn near killed Cody with a chair shot,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had reached a height. He joined a new faction, and he was a great comedic entertainer, right? Like he
Right.
had really good promos with a lot of people, but then he just eventually after a couple of years, he just kind of faded off. And a lot of people are
Just
excited to see Sean Spears.
just another star that AEW didn't know what to do with.
Exactly,
And I
exactly. And a
think
lot
and
of
I
people,
think
yeah,
I think AEW should take note. Stop losing your talent to WWE because all they're gonna do is gonna make them something bigger than what you were supposed to.
Right.
And if
hmm
not bigger, they're gonna show like what you were supposed to do with them, they're gonna do it better.
yeah, definitely, definitely. I think Sean Spears has a bright future in WWE. I don't see his NXT run being very long. I would give him like a year, and then probably get drafted to one of the major shows.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Sean Spears back because I think NWO. I think NXT needed a shake up a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they needed it. I love the product. I love where they're going with it, but I think it needed a shake up. I think the chairman being back is definitely going to bring some more eyes back to the product.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what he's going to do. I'm definitely excited because he was one of my favorite wrestlers in AEW. Not just that's not saying much because I wasn't a fan of a lot of people, but he is actually one of my favorite wrestlers in that company. So, kudos to him. All
Right.
right. What else you got, D?
Oh, what else I got? So we have a return, right? But now you also have a signing to the WWE. A signing that's been talked about and been rumored for years and years, right?
hmm
And this talent that I'm talking about is a talent who just had his last match in NJPW, and I'm talking about the one in Tomatonga. It's
Mm.
official that WWE has
mm.
officially signed Tomatonga to a contract.
Wait. When did that become official? Because I know that was still up in the air.
Oh, it's official, babies. It's official.
Okie dokie, Eddie Oakley.
Yeah, and it's also and they trying to rumor it for him to join the bloodline.
No. No more NWO. No more. No. I don't care. I don't care that y'all found Horace Hogan. I don't care. The fact is you cannot do this. No more members. We just lost Virgil. We don't need no more members. It's over. Okay, it's over. Listen, go
that's
ahead.
crazy to me because I thought because he is signed, and then before that he was signed, it was rumors that he was coming. So everybody the fantasy book for him to come, and he was supposed to be with the Good Brothers. All so we're gonna have all the Bullet Club members and officially in WWE aside from
The
the
the founding members,
the
yeah.
elite. Yeah. So we have Finn Balor, we have AJ Styles, you have Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and now we're about to have Tama Tonga. And I
Yeah.
think if that's the route they're gonna go, I think that is the route they should go.
Right. No more bloodline members. I mean, just I'm begging you. I know. I know. A lot of people like to use the line, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But the fact is that this shit cannot. You can't keep adding people. Okay, you just
They
What you
can't.
have,
mean?
but they
We,
have
I
to.
mean,
But
we
they
we
have
we
to
only we in the top of the fifth.
because
Listen,
we got to
We
get
in the top of the
to the
fifth. We got
listen,
nine.
we got
We
to get
got
to
nine
Rock and
innings,
Roman's.
baby. We got.
listen. Not in this game. This is an expedition. I mean, yeah, this ain't it.
We got to
This
get to
ain't
Rock
it.
and
Look,
Roman's
I'll
story
say
for
I'll say
another
this.
year.
I'll say this, right? Um, The Rock has never been good in groups, right? Shit always goes left when The Rock joins a group. So
Uh,
it's just
that
a
is
matter of
true.
time. There's gonna be a split at some point. Like you see, they planting little seeds. Roman wanted to lead a ring before The Rock even came out and cut the promo, right?
Uh,
Um, Paul Heyman having confused looks on his face, right? Like, yes, The Rock acknowledged him, but he also acknowledged Farouk, right? And he saw how that turned out, right? So what's really gonna happen, right? Are we gonna have a bloodline civil war at some point, maybe towards SummerSlam, right? Like, I mean, we really don't know how WrestleMania is gonna turn out. You know what I mean? A lot of people want Cody, think Cody's gonna win. I personally still room for Roman to win, right? So I don't know where this storyline is gonna go, but
You don't want to see Cody finish the story.
he can finish it just not at WrestleMania. The finishing of the story is winning the title. No one said it had to be at WrestleMania. People like for it to be at WrestleMania, but nobody said it had to be at WrestleMania. You know what I mean? He just needed to finish. He just needed to win the title, the WWE title for his dad, in the memory of his
Right.
dad. You know what I mean? So
like
yeah,
like I said, I'm okay with this guy joining as long as he's not going into the Bloodline. I do not want any more fucking Bloodline members. Okay, I'm sick of the Bloodline. Okay, at this point,
so I so
listen,
question.
the
Do
Bloodline
you
about to need a lifeline. Okay, that's what needs to happen.
do you think he should go into NXT or go straight to the main roster?
Go to NXT. Go to NXT because he has to still get under the WWE grind and understand how they work. NXT is the training ground. He needs to go to NXT first because
see,
if he comes in and joins the Bloodline, first of all, what is he going to do? That means that somebody has to leave, right? That means somebody's turning for him to go. You're not going to sit there and just add a member. You have to figure out how to introduce him in. We're losing somebody. Is it somebody Jay? Is it somebody Sol Sokoa? Like who is the person? Is it somebody The Rock? Who is the person that's going to walk away from the Bloodline and now introduce him
Right.
into the process?
And there's only 2
that
hours of
would be
programming on SmackDown.
it would be
Right.
the Rock. The Rock because if they do a Civil War, the Rock starts his own shit. He brings up Tama Tonga, and that's how you go about it. And then put another bloodline member in there. Now I
What?
see you see oh my gosh. What was it? His name is it Zilla Fatu and
Mhm.
Jacob Fatu. You
You're
see
right, right. They
they
throwing up the
outside
ones. Yeah.
okay. So you know what I mean? So it's a lot of things that's happening here, dear buddy. And if you say NXT, if you say
Okay.
NXT, like I like that idea that you said, Max, because now we see that the Good Brothers is in NXT.
Right.
So if they put them
Right,
there,
right.
then now we know. Just
we might get a little version of the club coming up.
Good. I was trying my best to do the NWO theme the way you was just playing it. I was trying my best.
Was
You
that
know
what
what I'm
that attempt was? I didn't know what theme you were singing, man.
you know what I'm saying? I was waiting for it.
There
Like,
you go.
is there gonna be? Are they gonna? Let me ask you a question. Is Solo gonna break away and then one day say that his mom was Latino, so there'll be a Latino bloodline coming? You know what I'm saying? He gonna bring everybody. You know,
you gonna bring Ava up? Maybe
yeah,
they might bring Ava up
exactly.
because her mom Latino too. Latina, I guess. I don't know.
Also, I mean, just to staying on the bloodline for a second, why did the de facto bloodline member? Why did she come back to just job Naomi? Let me just help me understand. Why is Naomi jobbing every week?
The wig is just.
She did. Well, this
I don't know. I mean,
she didn't job is because the bloodline segment, the promo went over 10 minutes. So that took time from the match of her and Tiffany Stratton.
I was surprised, like, to be honest, they have been teasing us or gotten us used to us seeing the bloodline at the end of the program for these, like, appearances. So when they kicked off the show, I was like, oh, this is a change up from what they've been doing recently, right? Because they always, like, when The Rock first came in, they always made us wait to the end of the show, and Bloodline would close the show with their promo. But this was a nice little change up. But yeah, I think it did kind of run over. I think what helped run it over was The Rock was struggling with his goddamn sleeve. I told The Rock, stop trying to show us your goosebumps. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your goosebumps, bro. That's more of a face move. You a heel and you trying to show. No one cares, bro. Stop. It's electrifying. Whatever, bro. You know what I mean? He could have figured out if his one was supposed to look like this or to look like this. And I was like, Rock.
But you know what?
Because he owns all of his shit.
Yeah, he does.
You know, yeah, that's true.
But also,
like, see,
good.
I was gonna say, like, seeing The Rock now is like seeing Michael Jordan in a Wizards uniform. Ooh. Like, you happy to see him, right? But like, it's just not the same. You know what I mean? It's just not the same. Like, there's little miscues. Like, old man Rock is still kind of just. I don't know how many times he said, "What is it, clown face emoji?" I was like, bro, just you got the joke the first time. Yeah. I was like, bro,
but
you walking clown emoji,
right?
Really funny.
But the thing is that y'all gotta understand, the man's in his mid-50s. He's trying to turn it back on. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
He's trying to turn it back on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when in the world of Hollywood, he doesn't have the opportunity to really be like, himself, so to speak, or his character. He's just playing other characters. So he has to come back and be able to turn it back on. I think that's very difficult.
Right.
It is, because when he first came back from Hollywood and he did the Hill show, I'm like, this Hill Rock it's like a goofy, funny Hill. You know what I mean? And then now when he come back now again as one, it's just like you can see like he's trying to find himself into being that. Like how you said, like he's trying to relive it, I guess.
And it's super hard because the expectation is greatness. Like everybody expects him to knock it out the park. And so if he shows up less than great, if he shows up good, like that would have been a good promo for anybody else, right? Like that's a good, but it's The Rock now, so it's like
what type of,
it was below his bar.
You know what type of Hill he is? He's the MJF Hill. Like you think so?
You think so?
Yeah, like you can give the crowd insults all you want. They still love you. They still like you. It's like it's no matter what you're trying to do. We still fuck with you.
For modern day, I agree with that. But I mean, wasn't he the originator of that though? He used to call people trailer park trash, right? And they still would cheer like, "Oh yeah, Rock, thank you." Like, no, was he the first one to do it, or did somebody else do it?
Yeah, but This one is like it's comical. When he did it,
Yeah.
when he did it back then, it was just like he was standing on business when he did that shit.
But
This one
it
is
was.
more of a comical one.
But I think when he came back, when he was going against Hogan, and he said, and he did the
Yeah,
promo
Hollywood
where,
Rock.
yeah, and he was doing the promo where he was in the studio and
Right.
Hogan was in the ring, and he said, let's just cut to the chase. You're gonna rip the shirt,
Wrap it up.
you're
Rack.
gonna rack. What you gonna do, brothers? All that stuff. Get to that part. Get to that part.
They made sure to put via satellite in the corner, like, we get the Rock tofu. Get the Rock. Hurry up with the Rock.
That's the one. That's the one when he got speared by Goldberg and shit, right? You talk about that?
Afterward, yeah. After he did that
that's-
promo, that segment with the Rock. I mean, with Hogan, yeah. Goldberg was next, and he was next, or something like that.
And that was where he was like putting Hurricane over. Remember, he used to have.
Oh
like,
yeah, the hamburger line.
Mhm.
The Rock toss your monkey ass over the top, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know who the Scorpion King couldn't beat? No, I could beat the Scorpion King. You couldn't. What's the name of the actor? You couldn't beat Brendan Fraser. I'm sorry, I'm nostalgic right now.
What else you got? This smoking section, D.
I got this last one. Right. This is just solely based off my opinion. I don't know if anyone else feel out there. Like, I had to separate the gimmick from the man. All right. Like, I love this guy, and this guy that I'm talking about is Isaiah Swerve Strickland. I love him. I like him. I like his ability in the ring. But however, his gimmick, his character is one that I do not like.
Okay.
It's something that I just can't understand, right? Like,
he's like a
I don't like. Is he
a gangster goth?
Like a gangster gothic nigga wrestler? Right. This is what he is, right? And I just can't, like, it's like his facial expressions that he make. To me, what he's doing is not believable. Oh, and then another thing, right? This thing that he keeps going around with, like, I'm going to be the first African American champion of AEW. Well, brother, you're the only fucking African American that's challenging for the fucking title, because I ain't never seen another motherfucker before you. Like, I don't, like, stop making this a thing. Just go win the goddamn championship and shut the fuck up, all right? But this character that you have, I can't get with it. Now, like, if you was like a DMX, like, I could understand it. Like, if he was like on some Dark Man X grimy shit, you know what I mean? I can get with that. But this shit, I can't get with. Like, what the fuck? It be the facial expressions. It just be so stupid to me. It just makes me angry. I have so much smoke with that. Shit, you know who character I like more than his? Shit, it's more believable to me. It's Adam Hangman Page. I like his character right now.
I think they're paranoid cowboy. That stupid ass mustache.
I think they're both on the same page.
But he's frustrated and deranged right at this point.
Right.
Like he's like
yeah.
And that shows, and I can stick with that. But with this character that Swerve got, like, first you was a heel, then now the people love you. I get it. Now it's like, what are you? Because I'm just stuck. And I'll be. And
yeah, I think he low key turned his face. Like, he's trying to be honorable in a little bit. You know what I mean? But like trying to be badass at the same time. Like, it's either or. Is it trying to walk down the middle of it? Like, nah, you can't be honorable and badass.
You just went from sneaking in a man's crib looking over his baby's crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the fuck? Randy Orton would never have done this. He would never do this.
First,
when he violates, he violates.
First of all, no heel is believable when you have a song that people dance to. Okay, so let's just put that one out there.
I didn't even think about that. I ain't even
Exactly.
think about that.
Okay. What heel do they have a record that has a dance? It doesn't. It doesn't even go well.
Yeah, he does.
Like,
I mean, he
Swerve,
has a
this how we
dance.
gonna put you over. This how we gonna put
Yes,
you over as a hill. We want to
yeah.
give you a good song that everyone likes.
Right.
Exactly.
Like,
That's a bop.
no,
That's a
it
bop.
doesn't go
You out here
that
bopping.
way. Like, you supposed to be bopping to a hill song. Niggas in the crowd like, swerve when I drop, swerve when I drop. Oh my gosh, it all makes sense now. Stupid.
It does. It does.
Oh my gosh.
Anytime I've never known any heel record, with the exception of uh uh Judas Priest, you know, uh Chris Jericho. What's the Judas in my, you know, but
Yeah,
there's no dance to that.
Judas. Yeah.
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 But
That's the only heel record that I know that's really a bop. But you know, but the fact there's a dance to it, no. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't even make sense. It just
and then you got the manager that does the dance. So
Yeah,
it's
that's. I
exactly.
mean,
all over.
he puts it over.
Like,
Prince Nana puts it over the top, boy.
oh my gosh. God
he
bless
yeah
them.
nah.
God bless them what they're trying to do and what they're because I could have sworn like when most people and I guess this is a thing too, because them giving them leeway to their creative, like you would think like, you know what, if I'm going to Hill and my character is dark and crazy, I should change my music up. And then somewhere down the line when you want to go face, that's when you come back out with that goddamn song.
No, he's like, listen, now we gotta up the dance because now I'm gonna be a bad guy. So now
Yeah.
we gotta before
Yeah.
we was just doing
Yeah.
like this, now we gotta do a whole circle with it. You know, so
Yeah. Yeah. It's a party.
like
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
We
He was like,
over. You know what I'm
niggas won't see
saying?
you coming when you up here circling. You know?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And then this other thing, the Bang Bang Scissor Gang. Bang Bang
That's a great
Scissor
name,
Gang.
ain't it? It's a wonderful. I love that name. The Bang Bang Scissor.
I don't even know when
They take the gun and the scissor. They be like this.
Mhm.
So in other words, they put guns up pussies. That's what this is.
Bang bang, scissor gang, baby.
Okay. And that's all folks. For the smoking. Oh god.
Bang says the gang. I didn't even know when they changed the name. I ain't gonna hold you.
They
I
combined it. They combined that shit was big.
When did they join forces? When did
So
this
because
happen?
all right, I mean it was
I got another
it was a natural force joining if you think about it, right? Because the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass, right? They got their whole thing. They the scissor me Daddy Ass,
yeah, of
right?
course.
Then his sons joined the Bullet Club Gold, so now they call themselves the Bang Bang Gang, right?
Cam,
And
I just want you to know that I'm aware of all of that.
I'm just like,
But I just
no,
want to
I mean,
know.
like, to me, no, I know, I got it, I know. Sometimes I say the obvious. I got it. It's a flaw. It's a flaw. I got it. I know. I say the obvious.
So when the
Somebody's
fuck did they
mansplaining.
became friends? When did they become friends?
It was a promo match. I think was it Aleister Black's team?
Oh yeah, and that's
Yeah,
when they became good. Okay.
And they all was fighting the same enemy, the enemy of my enemy, and it was like, fuck it, we can go join forces.
So
Bang scissor gang.
I have a fantasy booking, right? Or a fantasy faction booking, right? If ever were the Guns to leave AEW and go to WWE, I can see them in a faction with, and as annoying as they are, I could see them with Austin Theory. Austin Theory in the Gun Club. Whoever
in the Gun Club?
I could
Bullet
see
Club
them.
Gold?
No, just fuck the Bullet Club, the Gold.
Oh, just the Guns? The
just the Guns.
Colton and what's his name?
Yeah, Mr.
Billy
Acid.
Gunn's sons. Mr. Acid.
I could see them. Ass Boys.
Mm,
I can see them with Austin Theory.
The ass boys. Ass
All right.
boys in theory.
Is that it for the smoking section?
That is all. And we're gonna do some fantasy booking league of wrestling. We're gonna
We should
call it
do that.
Fantasy
FBL
Fantasy Booking League of
FBLW.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
All right.
Fantasy
So now moving forward on to our last and final segment of the night. All right. It is the pinning perspectives.
What?
I'm trying to pontificate on every word.
1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding.
All right, Ken, what you
All
got?
right, so for pinning perspectives, man, we got some interesting perspectives tonight, fellas.
Oh hell yeah. Hell
Here we
yeah.
go. So I want to know, like, with the current situation that we got, as far as we have a lot of talented women wrestlers in the WWE, right?
Yes, we do. Yes,
Um,
indeedy.
and so we got the World's Women's Championship, we got the WWE Women's Championship, and we got the WWE Tag Team Women's titles, or Women's Tag Team titles, rather, right? Would the current state of WWE's women's division benefit from a mid-card championship, like a women's intercontinental championship? What would you think, Mashup?
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh.
Absolutely. Because first of all, everybody doesn't have something to do. Like,
Correct.
And it'll give enough that the middle rung wrestlers, people like Naomi, people like Natalia, people like you name it, the list goes on.
Liv
Those
Morgan,
people,
Shotzi,
Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, all those ladies could go for a mid card championship, and it'll make sense because then now there'll be something that they could do, they can fight for. You can have battle royales for it, you can have matches at pay-per-views for it, and you can make it mean something, and then that champion eventually could go against one of the world champions for the title, right? Or it could go title for title. But knowing WWE, somewhere down the line, them titles will be combined. But nonetheless, it could go title for title.
I would, Diesel, go ahead.
I would love to see a mid card title for the women's division. Like, fuck it, let's call it the TV title for the You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that can be a title that one of the women can hold, and it could be defended on across all television that WWE has going. That's NXT, SmackDown, Raw, defended throughout all of those shows, all those brands against some of these women that don't have nothing going on. This is what? That is, oh my gosh, I would love for that to happen. I could see who can I see with that title? The women's TV champion.
I mean, I think Shayna Baszler. I still love Nia Jax. I think Jade Cargill. I mean, if they was to do it now, like she would have a good, because she's already shown that she can carry a mid card title.
Right.
But I do think, though, from my personal perspective, is like, as long as it's constantly being utilized, right? Because there's been several moments in WWE's history where these mid card titles, even the tag titles, like, they go into obscurity, right? Like, I would say for 2 months, the women's tag team titles were in obscurity, somewhere between September to December, right? Like, we totally forgot that they existed, right? Like, you have to remember, you're like, oh yeah, there's women's tag team titles. Who the hell's the champions, right?
Yeah,
so
who were they?
My thing, it was Piper Niven and
Chelsea Green.
And yeah, it was Chelsea Green and what's her name first? Sonya Deville. But remember, Sonya got injured, and then they just gave it the other title to Piper Niven, right? So she was the new team. So
hold on.
Wait, hold on. I got another update. Yeah, another
breaking
update.
news. There we go.
Okay, another breaking news. So, in the match with FTR versus Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli, FTR, yep. So the winners of the match is Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. Noli.
Brandon got that right. Was there a screw job? Did other members of the Blackpool Combat Club come back and get involved?
I'm looking at it. They went over clean. Yeah. Well, not clean because we know, we already know that there was blood, but
Right, exactly. I was just about to say that.
there wouldn't be a John
I
Moxley
got you,
match if blood wasn't involved. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, no, so yeah, so I just didn't want that if they bring in a title for the women, a mid-card title, like I don't want it to fall into obscurity. I don't want it to get forgotten about or whatever. Because even with the men's mid-card titles, right? Like there have been moments where like, the champion was just kind of just floating around. We didn't see the champion for a hot minute. You know what I mean? There wasn't a promo cut. There wasn't a match.
The United States title. Just say it.
United States title, yeah. The Intercontinental title before Gunther had it. Like when Ricochet had it, we was happy for Ricochet, but they really wasn't doing nothing with Ricochet when he was Intercontinental champion.
Ricochet?
He's
Ricochet,
there.
Where are you?
He did. He on the roster, but his girl got more TV time than he did.
Right, but
that's by default.
It is by default, but at the same time, he's super talented. He's uber talented in the ring, ropes in between the ropes. That mic skill. And
that's where you probably at. That's probably why he's not around. He probably taking classes or something.
He needs
hopefully he is.
By the way, let me tell you something. Announcing these results is like doing election coverage on NBC. I feel like every minute I'm about to say, wait a second, hold on. Virginia with his 13 electoral college votes cast Joe Biden.
Is not Joe Biden, right? Yeah,
exactly.
Bush. As expected, Texas went to Donald Trump. Right.
Exactly. Now continue with the show. I feel like
breaking news.
Exactly. Like I got Tom Brokaw on the headset.
Politics.
Yeah, but I'm sorry about that. What was the next question you have, Cam?
No.
Yeah.
I want to sit to that.
No, keep going. Yeah,
okay.
You keep going, bro.
Who I think should get it? I want to see Naomi with it. I want to see Naomi. She could be like a nice Intercontinental champion, like for the mid-card title. I can see that. I know I said TV title, but with Naomi, I see a women's Intercontinental title on her. I would love to see that for the women's division. So anybody out there, and who's listening and who's watching WWE, hopefully, please, I hope you're listening. Please listen to us. Please listen. Listen to that. A women's division mid-card title. Please give us
that goes with your idea that you said where it should travel through all the shows. That's like the tag team titles. For now.
I am manifesting that. I am manifesting it.
Definitely. Oh, you know what? Speaking of titles, I know it's off topic, but I need for them to figure out what they're doing with these tag team titles because the tag team divisions on both shows is getting bulkier and getting better. But the fact that they have to have that split it back up, right? And either, rename it. We're not going to do SmackDown and Raw titles no more. We've shifted away from that. So is it going to be the World Tag Team titles and then the WWE titles on one show like they used to do, right? Or they're going to have like brand new titles and really rotate these titles on these two shows because the tag team division is getting stacked and it's kind of
it's real
stale right now. Yeah, real tag teams. Yeah, like
right now. So
I appreciate the whole Judgment Day angle, but let's put it on some real tag teams now.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they combining those belts? That's what I'm dying to know at this point. It looks funny if they're keeping both those belts.
Yeah, those red and blue belts. You know what I mean? And they gotta change. And when they do it, don't give us a gold version of the same stupid Trojan face thingy. We don't want that no more. Get rid of that design, right? We want some side plates. We want a new design in the middle. We put the W in there. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
all these things, all these good things is gonna happen after WrestleMania.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I would like to see like a tournament like at WrestleMania for it though. That would be dope. But matter of fact, no, because then it'll be like a fucking Andre Memorial battle. We don't want that because them shits mean nothing.
They do.
Oh my
God.
It
was supposed to make stars, you know what I mean? But only a few people who's actually won that actually did something with it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, well, yeah, it's yet to be seen because Jay, I think was who won it the last time? Was it Jay Uso? He's the last winner.
Yeah, I think so. But to me, shit like that is like it's sort of like mixtapes, right?
Mm,
You see like when the mixtapes was popping and you had all these rappers on them, but it was like
mm,
only a few of them will blow up from that. Like the biggest one
mm,
Mm-hmm.
was 50 Cent, right? And then
mm.
you had who else? I don't know, you want like a Pat Poose.
Mm-hmm.
And then after
Right,
that,
right,
it don't mean shit no more. It just be
right.
hard to
Oh,
recognize the stars from that
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I just remember the last one to win it was Bobby. He did it last year because remember the whole Bray Wyatt thing, and then they just threw him in the battle royal and they just let him win it.
Oh man, see? You
It
know
was
what
on
I'm saying?
SmackDown. Yeah,
Oh my god.
So you tell
facts.
me, hold on. You tell me Braun Strowman did not go on to a great career since he won twice?
No,
I
I didn't
mean,
Oh
say. I
no.
didn't say. I didn't say that. I was just trying to
I'm
remember. I
being
inaccurately
sarcastic.
remember who won.
I'm being
Oh, okay.
absolutely sarcastic.
No,
Braun
see,
Strowman, he's great. No, he's great.
man,
No.
listen, man, I love that old Braun with the ponytail, man.
You tell me
Ah,
also that when he won the greatest Royal Rumble, that he didn't go on to
You
stardom
see,
when they
you,
gave him the green WWE belt. You
yeah,
know,
he's the only
and
one
he
that got that.
and
That's
he's
gonna
and he's still
fetch a good amount of money one day.
and
That
he's still
green
the champion.
WWE title,
He's still
right?
the
And
champion to
then
this day.
hmm
To this day.
that Saudi money serious, boy. That's Saudi money serious.
Crazy. What's the next question you got?
Roar! All right, next on the pinning perspectives. Um, so as we all know, but it hasn't really, built it up this year. Surprisingly, for WrestleMania is always the WWE Hall of Fame, right? And so I was wondering to my brothers here, what is it that, or who would you like to see put into the WWE Hall of Fame, whether it's this year or another time when they do it.
I'm gonna be
These are
told. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't give a fuck about the
I don't
Hall
give
of
a fuck.
Fame.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna say that. I knew.
I don't be caring unless
Uh,
it's somebody that I really fuck with, like seeing Rey Mysterio going it. That was cool. I just think over a number of years, after a while, it just got
well, here's the
boring.
thing. You know that they always need at least that one big superstar as a draw. So who is
Yeah,
at least that
it's
one big
superstar.
superstar?
You said superstar
Huh?
the first one. You said superstar.
Your superstar. Am
No, you
I
said
am I talking over my
superstar.
exes?
Paul Heyman.
Am I talking over?
Paul Heyman needs to go in this year because it's in Philadelphia. It'll be a crime and a travesty and a missed opportunity if Paul Heyman does not go into the Hall of Fame this year. That would be
I
They're gonna
stupid.
go
agree.
back in like 5 years. Don't worry, they're gonna go back.
Mm-mm.
When he retires, they're gonna make sure they go back to Philly. No?
No, because it's
No, it
been
wouldn't
10
make no
years since
sense.
the WWE has been back to New York. Okay, it's been 10 fucking years. And remember, we used to always think that every 10 years they come back to New York, and they have not been back to, in the
Right.
Mania
Are
has
you, are
not
you
been,
talking? You mean as a manias?
Yeah,
has not been
it
to
used
New
to be
York.
like that. It used to be like that. Every 10 years
Every
they
10
came
years they
back to
were
New
back
York.
home.
Well, that was under Vince's regime. Now it's a new regime.
But it was Vince
So
regime that set up WrestleMania 40. It was.
Right.
It was the
what?
McMahon regime because he was still in charge last year. Remember, they set the manias up 1 year out. So it
Yeah, I
was
know.
last year, yeah, that they set it up. So it was his regime.
I guess. Yeah.
And technically, we were
Uh,
supposed to get WrestleMania 40 in at MetLife. I thought it was going to be at MetLife.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. Maybe they decided
Yeah.
it wasn't a good thing. But going back to your question, Paul Heyman needs to go in this year. It only makes sense. First of all, ECW's home was in Philadelphia,
Correct.
Pennsylvania. The ECW arena is there, and he needs to go
Mhm.
in this year. That is my pick to go in this year. After that, I'm gonna throw a wild card one out. But it's time to induct Psycho Sid into the Hall of Fame. Okay,
Oh,
it is.
I
It
didn't see that
is.
one coming. I didn't see that one coming.
It is. Why the fuck not? The man was the WWE champion. The
Mhm.
man was the WCW champion. The man
It was
was
Mhm.
like almost like a
he
year,
was a WCW champion. Yes,
right? No,
twice.
I mean like he's almost WWE champion for like a year, right?
Yeah. So the man has wrestled Undertaker at Mania in the main event. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I just think it's time for him to go in. Look, If you're gonna say he was the biggest draw, probably not. But you still have to acknowledge that what his contribution was to professional wrestling.
Acknowledge.
You do. You do. Remember, do you remember that a few weeks ago we were discussing his name came up and Lex Luger's name came up, and we were talking about title reigns and stuff like that. The man has title reigns. The man has title reigns.
He has world title reigns at that.
World title reigns. You know what I'm saying? He may not be, a ring general, but the fact is that you still got to acknowledge his contribution to professional wrestling. And then I'm going to say another one that's going to hurt people's feelings. I'm going to say another one, and it's time. It's time to induct Lex Luger. It's time. It's absolutely time. It's time. I'm going to give you the reason.
While he's alive.
Yes, right? While he's alive. Diesel. Hold, look at me. Look at the camera. Okay? Let me tell you why.
Look at the screen.
Let me tell you why he needs to go in. Okay? Let me tell you why. If you take away what happened with Miss Elizabeth, all right, let's just and to quote you, Sour Diesel, that you just said not even 45 minutes ago, you separate the character from the man. Okay, you said that.
I know. I never liked his character.
I get that, but the thing is, do you take away what he's done in professional wrestling?
Black tights, white boots. What did he do?
The man was.
Thank you for coming with the.
He had the steel elbow.
Thank you for bringing the torture rap to the game. Thank you for that. Right. Thank you for the elbow attacks, because I like to see in a match people use their elbows. That's about it.
Right. But are you going to take away his feuds? He didn't have. No, with Tatanka. Come on now, please.
Bret Hart. Come on.
Bret Hart. He had a feud with Yokozuna. He had a feud with Ric Flair in WCW. Like the man has been in the business. And you know what? You know what? Here's the thing.
Like that's so good, man.
Listen. I didn't say give him the fucking Warrior Award. I didn't say that. Okay? I did not say that, Sour D. Understand?
I didn't deserve the Warrior Award.
I didn't say give him the Warrior Award. I didn't say that. I'm saying
Lex Luger.
Huh?
The narcissist Lex Luger?
Yes. Put that man into the Hall of Fame.
Nobody want to see that shriveled ass motherfucker. Fake ass Patrick Swayze. He fooled me. I thought he was Patrick Swayze back then.
Oh my God! What?
Nigga lied to me.
You thought he was Ghost? You thought he was the Ghost?
Man.
When he slammed Yokozuna on the Intrepid, I thought the Intrepid was going to collapse. Okay?
Shit, you thought it was going to be a Titanic?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man. I don't know. Okay.
Listen, I'm not. Listen.
You want to put that in.
And then also,
damn, man, you got a laundry list.
You damn right.
Mm-hmm. Shit, you got a whole induction ceremony ballot. Shit, come on now.
Yeah. This is better than Cam's. Cam do that.
Well, you know that's easy to do. But the next one is.
Oh, shots fired, man.
The next one is Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one.
Okay. Bam Bam Bigelow is my next person that needs to go into the Hall of Fame. Okay. Like he needs to go into the Hall of Fame. All right. First of all, for his size, what he did in professional wrestling, no one has done for his size.
Okay, him and Vader was an awesome force. Him and Vader together.
The shit that Bam Bam Bigelow was doing in ECW was fucking beyond me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy.
It was. And the fact that he sold LT's moves at WrestleMania, listen.
And you got to give a man full credit for him to go all in as he did with that tattoo on his head and his whole flame gimmick, bro. Like when I first saw him on TV, I was like, this dude is crazy. Like he got to be he's super intense. I ain't never seen nobody in real life put tattoos on their head like that, boy. I was scared of him when I was a kid.
They should have dumped him when they dumped Luna Fashawn.
I agree. I agree. I agree. And my last
Right?
one.
Okay.
My last
All right.
one.
I like your list. Come on, man.
All right.
Next week you want to do the countdown? Well, another week.
All right. My last one. Jim Cornette. Okay.
Oh.
Jim Cornette needs to go into the Hall of Fame.
He's on my list too.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
all right, you know
now,
what? You got me interested in the Hall of Fame. Now,
yes,
if it was that list, you got me interested now.
I'm just painting. Listen, I'm not giving anybody Warrior Awards. Okay, I'm not. Everybody on that list had their demons. Okay, everybody on that list had their demons, but he without sin cast the first stone. Okay,
right.
That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, look, Psycho Sid, you can't take away. You know, frankly, if the man wasn't injured, he'd have still been wrestling. Right? Everybody remembers that video of his leg snapping back. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So if he did not go through that, he probably still would have been wrestling. And he wrestled at the top of the game. Okay? By headlining a WrestleMania and a Starrcade. He's one of the only people outside of Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair could say they've done that.
Right.
Lex Luger. Okay? Look, his career has an asterisk. Okay?
Right.
It does. But the fact is, you still can't take away his contribution. Oh, shit, I got one more. I forgot. China needs to go into the Hall of Fame on her own.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
No,
it's
she went in.
She went in with DX.
Yeah,
she went in with
she
DX.
needs to go in the Hall of Fame on her own.
On her own, definitely on her own. But like, the whole thing, the excuse they gave years ago was when you Google her name, the first thing that pops up is porno.
That don't matter. They put fucking Sunny in there, and and Sunny's in prison. Okay, and China's not in the Hall of Fame.
Not by herself.
As a matter of fact,
she's in there as a member of DX.
Here's another. Here's another story. You ready? Sunny is actually selling her panties. Okay, she's in prison. Yeah, she's selling. I just read that story earlier today. She's actually selling her nasty drawers. For money.
Nasty draws.
Wait, hold on. Well, first of all, there is a big market for that. All right, and I think if you ever watched, if you ever watched, don't go there. If you ever watched Orange Is the New Black, they did a storyline where women in prison really do that, right? Like there's people who pay for it. So it's like it's crazy that they do that. But there's a market for it.
Listen,
when you're in the book.
If you hear it out there, if you need a pair, Cam is selling them. He's selling his. You will be selling his.
I'm reselling. Yeah, I'm Poshmark. I'm eBaying it. Yeah, I'm Poshmark and eBaying mine. All right, Sour D's. Oh, I mean Diesel Washington.
Really,
sorry about that, brother.
It really is.
Are you gonna give us who you think should go into the WWE Hall of Fame? I know you said you didn't give a fuck before, but now you re-inspired.
Yeah, now re-inspired. So damn it, man. Shit, you gonna throw me right here on the spot like that?
I'll go before you. How about that? You want me to go before you?
Yeah. Go on.
All right. So for me, I mean, and I was thinking of what would make sense and what is practical for today. I think Bautista could be the headliner, right? I think he deserves opportunity to be in the Hall of Fame.
I see that.
He's relative, more he's a pop culture icon right now, so to get eyes on it. I think Brian Pillman deserves to be put in the Hall of Fame as well. And now that his son is in WWE, it's an easier thing to do. Jim Cornette, like you said, I think he's already on my list. And I was wondering if they would probably do a combination of the IRS man and Bray Wyatt. Right? Like,
what's funny? He could induct his son. He could get inducted and then induct his son.
Correct. I think that would be a nice dope little family thing for them to do in that aspect, because I mean he's kind of overdue for it. I mean he did provide a great form of entertainment back in the day. And Bray Wyatt is Bray.
That would be my headliner.
Who? Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, Bray Wyatt would be the headliner for
Yeah,
my
yeah,
Hall of Fame pick.
yeah.
Jim
And
Cornette. I add Jim Cornette.
Wait,
Oh, you're not done again? Keep on. Sorry, I
no, I
apologize.
mean, I was just gonna say two more people. Bruce Pritchard, I think should
the
be put in the
hell no,
WWE
no,
Hall of Fame.
no,
Why
no,
not?
no,
Why not?
Come on,
no,
brother
Dude,
love.
come
no,
on, Bruce Pritchard.
no, Bruce, no,
You
no,
sure? You
no.
sure?
He's a part of the McMahon regime. Okay, no.
That part of it. I mean, maybe his backstage contributions is what gets him in. You
Ah,
know what I'm saying?
I
No?
know he
All
knew
right.
about the shenanigans Vinnie Mac was doing. I know he knows about it.
Come on, that's his
Bruce
right hand
Pritchard was
man. His
setting
do or
it up.
die.
He was setting it up. He was setting it up.
Oh man. And I know we haven't seen him on AEW for a minute, so maybe he might pop back in WWE, but give Big Show his flowers. Maybe not soon, but a little further down the road, draw it out. And I know, this next one is a controversial figure in today's wrestling world, but I think Chris Jericho, you know what I mean? Like whenever he's done, come back home to the E and get put in the Hall of Fame. I mean, he's done everything there is to do pretty much in wrestling and in entertainment.
I would agree with that. I think he does deserve it. I mean, the man was there at a time when the company needed him, back in the day. So he definitely deserves it, and I would agree with that. The Bruce Pritchard is my asterisk. Like I really don't think that was a good one. I was cool with everybody on your list but him. He's the only one I'm like, nah. Nah. I'd rather they reinduct Gerald Briscoe.
What?
I'd rather they yes, Mr. McMahon. I'd rather they bring back Gerald Briscoe than Bruce Pritchard.
Oh wait, your boy, Diesel, bro. What's going on, bro? Don't talk to me like that, bro.
Vince Russo.
You think he deserves to get in there?
Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
okay.
Because again, I told y'all when I did my list, I said I'm not giving Warrior Awards. See, that's the thing. I didn't pick people. Understand, bro?
You're separating the work from the individual. Got you,
bro.
Bro.
Bro, I didn't pick people, okay, that I knew automatically was good. I wouldn't see, I respect your list, Cam, so I don't want you to think I don't respect. I respect your list. But I didn't pick anybody that I knew automatically was going to be on the list. You know what I'm saying? Like a Batista, stuff like that. Those people I'm not, Bray Wyatt, those, I'm picking the people that was like the wild card. Like, you're like, nah. Because my list deserves it, nah. I'm not gonna lie. My list deserves that. Okay, because the people on my list definitely was like, I don't know about that. But the fact is, Vince Russo needs to go in. He does. Why not? Why the fuck not? No one can say in that that he didn't contribute to the Attitude Era, which is with all three of us on this broadcast this evening. It thinks it's the best era in wrestling. Okay, and he's the person that actually advocated for it to happen. So so I know there's an asterisk, and no one wants to be a fucking asterisk. I get that, but when you think about it, at the end of the day, and you say to yourself, okay, take away Vince Russo as a person. Okay, take that away. Don't sit back, D. Don't sit back.
No, I'm listening.
Okay, take Vince Russo back as a person. Okay, now think about what he's done. Okay, yes, okay, all right. We can talk about destroying WCW. We can say that. We can say things he did was gross and bad taste. But then you got to understand, he helped develop The Rock's character. Okay, he helped win the war from WWE from WCW. Okay, he did all that and wrapped up in one. Do you discount that for the bullshit that he's about?
No, can't. You're right.
Yeah,
but I mean that's part of the reason why I brought his name up. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like that's all I'm saying. I'm saying I'm just giving facts, okay? Because here's the thing. You don't think I know that Lex Luger's an asshole. We know that. But the fact is, you don't want to give him a blind. The man was a part of our childhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to think. Now, there's one name where he shall remain nameless. That's the name. That's what we kept saying last week. There's one name of one particular wrestler, okay? Not executive, but wrestler
Right.
that should go into the Hall of Fame. His son is a
Yes.
professional wrestler now. But again, he's the only person you cannot separate what he did versus his career. It's just you just can't. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who you're talking about now. You lost me. I think about Chris Benoit.
It was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot his son is a wrestler. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So he's the one person that you cannot. I think he should be in, but again, Paul Heyman said it best, right? He said it best. He said that the night of that gruesome day, only one person had the decision to take their life. Okay, to take a life take their life that day. Everybody else had no other choice. So again, unfortunately, that's the only person that I believe that the WWE will never look at as being in terms of the professional wrestling. These are. I'm sorry. I went on a rant right there. Royal rant. I did one right there.
Royal Ramble.
Man, I tell you, shit, I done fucked up my list in my head so many damn times. I should have wrote it down. I don't know why.
I should have wrote it down.
But here's my list, right? And listen, either you love it or you don't, but you got to take the whole package.
I know.
Right?
I know that's right.
Like I said, Bray Wyatt, Mark Henry.
Okay.
Yeah.
He got to bring that Hall of Pain to the Hall of Fame. I'm with you on Paul Heyman, Jim Cornette, AJ Lee. Yeah, I say AJ Lee. And here's a little wild card for you. And he was my favorite wrestler. He was my guy. I'm gonna go with Raven. I'm gonna go with Raven because without Raven, you won't have your emo wrestlers. You won't have your Darby Allins, your CM Punks. Shit, you probably wouldn't even have Bray Wyatt. Okay. So who else I got? Referee Mike Chioda.
Yes.
That was my guy.
Wait, Chioda before
Earl Hebner?
What's his name? Hebner?
He was. You say, do I pick him before Earl Hebner?
Yeah, Hebner's in there. Hebner's not in there.
Hebner is in there.
I think he's in there.
Hebner's in there.
Okay.
Mike Chioda. That's my guy. Fuck with Mike Chioda. And it was another one too. The one with the black hair with no top on it. With no top.
Oh, you talking about not Nick Patrick.
Not Nick Patrick. It was something Cadera, something referee Caderas.
Caderas, yeah.
It was something like that. Him too.
Tim Carderas. Tim Carderas. Yeah, Tim Carderas.
He has a podcast.
Yeah.
He has a podcast.
What about you wouldn't put Nick Patrick in?
NWO Nick Patrick?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I would because I felt like that was so dope to me. Like to have like a fucking referee on a stable on a faction. That shit was like, I wish other stables had that. Like that was
there was ahead of their time on that one. It was ahead of their time.
NWO was fly for that.
I got one more breaking news.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right. And still AEW Women's Champion, Women's World Champion.
Come on, baby.
Timeless
Tony Storm. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, man.
That's her character.
Okay.
Yes.
You can't beat me. I'm timeless.
Yo, And you know what? I give it to AEW. I don't know how they do that shit with the screen where she's in black and white, and then the other
Yeah, I mean,
side.
hey, technology,
You know
man,
what? Y'all,
is
this is
amazing.
AEW. I'll give you your flowers right there. Y'all so creative in doing that. How about you do
Yeah.
some more creativity in fucking making your fucking uh promotion good? Like
I mean, look,
I wanna cheer for them. I don't always
the
want to
set. Look at
complain.
they set. They set is almost up to the level of WWE. They got the screens on the barricades now. You know
Oh,
what I'm
they do?
saying? They
Well,
got the
they're not using bike rails anymore. They're using
yeah. They're
actual
not using
barricades.
they're not using the bike way,
I
right?
don't
They
be
use actually barricades now. You know what I
I
mean?
don't be
Like
watching it no more. I'm sorry. I don't be watching. I don't. Last time I seen it, they fucking plastered a whole fucking movie on
it was a
their
video game
arena.
actually, wasn't it? It was a
Yeah,
video game.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I know
the Suicide
you
Squad
went
shit.
you went off a good about a good 10 minutes on
Mhm.
on the ring
All
on the
right.
ring
Is
decoration.
also is that all for the Pittance perspective? Their masquerade.
Yeah, that does it for the pin and perspectives, gentlemen.
And
All right.
another
Yes.
thing too, I would like to agree. I would like to agree with O'Shea Jackson Jr. That is Ice Cube's son, by the way.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know what he said about AEW, like
Hmm.
they just throw us characters in our fucking face, and then you hear the announcers talking about it, like, oh yeah, he's a world renowned uh athlete. He's a
Hmm.
great professional wrestler. He's been all over the world. He's been in NJPW, AJPW, IRS, NYPD,
CIA.
XTV, CIA. He's
The
been all over the place.
TWA.
Like, bro, I don't give a fuck about that. Where
Hmm.
is the video? Where's the
Yeah.
video? Where's the vignette? Where's the vignette? Give me something. You're not
Give me
giving me
some hype. Give me something
nothing.
hype about. Yeah,
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 you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
giving me anything, bro.
And then get mad at me because I don't know. Because I
Yeah,
don't
what
watch
is the
Japanese wrestling.
right?
Right.
Give me
Yeah.
some build up. Just
Hmm.
Right.
like my guy said, give me some cinema. You gotta give me
Right.
some
Yeah.
cinema with
Yeah. Give
that.
me some cinema. Yeah.
You can't just give me that and
A
then
little
I'm gonna be like,
seasoning.
oh
Throw a little seasoning on that meat.
yeah,
You know what
throw
I'm
some
saying?
seasoning on
I
that. Right.
agree.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. This what wrestler is this man? What's his name? What you say his name is again? Skip Bailey? Whatever. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Cool. That's it.
We don't
Nothing
know
more.
it.
Nothing else. I don't know. Nothing more.
But
Give
that's the
us some
thing. They
video
never set it
packages.
up. You're absolutely right. They never actually
Yeah.
set up the wrestler so you're actually into who it is.
And then the thing is, like the music hits. That's the thing. Oh, the music hit. You should know who that music is for. No, I don't, bruh.
And you
I
know
don't
why
know who
that
that
is?
music is for.
Because he's catering to the hardcore AEW fans, and
Yeah,
True.
then
yeah. The
the
indie wrestling
AEW
fans,
fans
the Japanese wrestling fans. Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
AEW fans get mad at you, us,
But not know
me,
who this is.
for not knowing who
Right.
he is. People like, well,
Let
who
me
the fuck is this?
tell you
How
something.
you
First
don't
of
know?
all,
How you don't know? Cesare Minuka, bitch. I don't know who that nigga is. What the
and
fuck?
neither does anybody else.
Nobody.
Who the fuck is
You know,
Cesare Minuka?
no, I agree. You know what? Can I say something?
Mm.
Excalibur's too damn intelligent for television. Like
Yes.
he
He
knows
be everything. Like
everything,
he
every fucking thing.
he knows it. He knows when they be cooking for
And the
dinner.
crazy
He
part is
knows
he
the
don't show his
move.
face.
Right?
Oh
Yeah, his move library. I'm like, wow,
yes.
I didn't even
Well,
know that was like.
well,
He comes to like he says names of moves. I'm like, who the fuck
He
named
has
that
him.
move?
Pintanero, he has him in a high collar elbow tie up, but he's mixing it around. Oh, well, there goes the Japanese Suzuki
Hey,
armbar. Like, what
it's,
the
I'm
fuck?
like, and then it's weird because is Tony Schiavone the lead commentator or is it Excalibur? Like I don't know what the hell that always had me confused. Like who? Like it's like they're battling. I mean, Tony Schiavone's gonna say
No,
absolutely nothing.
Excalibur is the anchor of that whatever announced team surrounds him, and they like to do a lot of this nostalgia announced team people when they have him up there. You know what I mean? Taz is the color guy. I think to me, Tony Schiavone is just that he's just the hero backer. right? Like he just gets riled up when something
It's
corrupt happens, right? Like that's all that
Sting!
he does.
Like, who gives a fuck about that? Like, like that's something so great to hear. Like, nigga, you ain't no fucking Samantha Irvin, nigga. We don't give a fuck about you calling out no Sting. She
That's
probably
what
she'll do a way better job than that. She'll do
all
a
right.
way better job than that.
She sure would. She sure would. All right. Okay. So now, with all that being said, let's get to the wrestler of the week. Cam, who
Mm.
is your wrestler of the week?
Oh, I was waiting for this one, baby. Let's go. So, I'll be honest. I only watched WWE this week. Sorry, A-Dubs. Uh, but my wrestler of the
No need to
week,
be sorry.
yeah, is the Viper, Randall Keith Orton. All right, I know back in the past, for years, I thought his middle name was Kyle, but it actually was Keith. I did some research, some journalistic research, and I found out that I was inaccurate in the past. So it's Randall Keith Orton, and one of the reasons is that
Did you just say
he just put
Kendall
on
just now?
Randall Keith
Keith,
Orton,
he's in.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Please say
Randy
Kendall.
Orton. All right, RKO. Right.
Please
So,
say Randall.
and part of the reason why I gave him this thing is that his recovery from that botch slip thing that happened with him and Theory was real quick, right? Corey
Wait,
Graves did a great job trying to cover it.
wait, hold on. Not to cut you.
Mm.
You're gonna praise him. You're not gonna praise Austin Theory. Austin Theory's the one that saved the botch. Randy did the botch.
Right. No, I get that. I get that. Right. I was gonna give Austin Theory an honorable mention, right?
Okay.
But that move, Austin Theory did help throw his weight to help balance that off. But
What
I
move
just
was
think
it
like
again?
he tried to go up there to do a superplex, but I guess the rope was greasy or whatever from oil or whatever, right? And his foot slipped off, and instead, Austin Theory tried to jump off to help with the balance, and he turned it into a regular suplex that was just helped by the rope. But the real reason why I gave it to him was the way he finished the match, where he hit Austin Theory, who to me is selling the shit out of all these moves right now, right? Like
Right.
he
Yes.
he did that rolling. He tried to do that rolling move into
The
the
rolling
ring,
drop kick.
and then
The rolling drop
yo,
kick
that
he did.
RKO right now that he gave to Austin Theory was like a top 5 RKO in my opinion right now. Like it jumped that high, like the height, the delivery, it was clean
Yeah.
and it was smooth. And even afterwards, when Austin Theory took the stunner, he's trying to do a rock selling of the stunner, like he bounced up in the air and
He
flipped.
did. He did.
And what's funny about that RKO that he did with the rolling shit,
Yeah.
it's funny because when he rolls and do it, it's a front drop kick. But for him to roll and to get set up into the position for RKO was crazy. Like that was a good setup. So they practiced that. That was dope.
I did like that a lot. And I also like the angle that they're going with, trying to set up an RKO KO tag team seemingly down the road.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
And where does that leave Sammy? Well, I mean, I guess he may end up with Jay down the road.
We do not need to see a R. You know what's crazy?
A
Because
KO
if they do put
RKO.
those in, if they do put them together, it's just like who's gonna turn on who first?
Right. It's probably gonna be Randy this time though. It's probably gonna be Randy.
Diesel, who's your wrestler of the week? The wrestler of the week, Diesel.
So,
Please.
all right, you know what? I might since this is the last hoorah, my wrestler of the week is to the icon Sting. You're another one of the guys I would like to say thank you to, because throughout my childhood, you gave me something. You gave me a reason why to watch WCW. I love seeing you come down them rafters. Love seeing you stand over the rafters. And then when you drop down in the rafters, can nobody fuck with Sting. I was just like, he was just unstoppable, bro. Like, it's 20 niggas in that goddamn ring, and he just batting them, chopping them, batting them, chopping them. He over here getting hit in the head. He ain't falling, batting, chopping. Just Sting. Crow Sting, Wolfpack Sting, Surface Sting, the short time in WWE Sting. and AEW.
TNA Joker Sting. Yeah.
TNA Joker Sting.
All right,
Listen.
I got one more announcement. All right, in the Will Ospreay, Konosuke, Takeshita,
Takeshita.
Takeshita.
Will Ospreay won that match.
Of course.
Right.
All right. So my wrestler of the week also is Sting, for the same very reasons of Diesel Washington. I was a big Sting fan, and I was a big fan of WCW. Cam once mocked me about that years ago, but yes, I was a big WCW guy back in the day. And I want to say congratulations to Sting for a remarkable career in professional wrestling. I mean, he actually started with the Ultimate Warrior. They were tag team partners together. So
a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah,
had the same move set, same face paint.
First of all, I used to run the halls and give motherfuckers a stinger splash. Right?
What?
And
who did that?
I used to have like a little. I used to have like the little Fisher Price bats. Like I always wanted to be Sting, and I always wanted the fucking gloves. I always wanted the Sting gloves. The ones that says mechanic on it, whatever they said on it.
Oh, the mechanics. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Sting was the fucking man.
You know,
these are just sell those in AutoZone or something like that.
Yeah, but no. Honestly speaking, shout outs to Sting once again for a remarkable career in professional wrestling. And you know what? Hopefully he'll be one of those wrestlers like a Stone Cold, like a Shawn Michaels that says, you know, this is it. Okay, I have no intention of coming back. You know, thank you.
I'm done.
But I'm done. I am done, and I'm moving on with my career.
All right. Next phase of life. Yeah,
you know, no. Actually, you wouldn't say Jericho is the last guy that's from this era still wrestling?
But no.
And Ray?
But
Ray Mysterio?
Sting been wrestling before Jericho. So I mean, in that aspect.
In his era, for Sting's era, because he's in the '60s, he's the last one of his era that's still.
You still got the Rock. I think the Rock and Roll Express. I think they still wrestling.
Oh, Rock and Roll Express. I thought you said the Rock. Sorry.
Yeah, no, the Rock and Roll Express. I think they're still going. Let me tell you something. If Terry Funk was still alive, he'd have still been going too. So you know,
that is a fact.
Terry Funk.
Well, I guess we can say on a high level, on a main big show level. Yeah, he's the last one of his era.
He's the last one. All right, let's go to final thoughts, and we're gonna start this one off with Diesel Washington.
Oh, listen, man. I came up with this thing, right? These are like some affirmations I like to give myself, so I hope they can help with you. Whatever it is that you like to do, whatever it is that you love to do, make sure you just put enough passion in it and carry on with that, man. Just put enough passion into what you love to do. Such as myself, that's what I'm doing. I wouldn't been here without that passion for wrestling. I love wrestling. It is my passion, and I'm here speaking to you guys. So I hope that can help you in some way. Help me. Help you.
That's what's up. Cam, what you got?
Mine is more of, advisable this week. I want people to like identify people who are illogical, right? And realize that energy, it's contagious, right? Because when you got two idiots in the room talking, you don't know who's the idiot, right? You know what I'm saying? So
from afar,
yeah. Right?
Yes.
And so, I would say this: brains is a blessing, and not everybody has it, right? So start identifying, right, who is lacking in logic, and just move them out your circle.
Okay.
Brain is a good thing to have. like you said.
Brother, you know what, brother?
And brain is
I can't.
also a good thing to
I can't.
you
I
know what I'm
cannot
talking
stand
about?
you.
I'm
I
just
can't.
lost in. I was lost in the sauce. I thought he was.
Give it to
I see
brain.
where Cam was going with it. I was picking up what you're dropping, Cam. I was trying to pick
Thank
up
you.
what you
Thank
were
you. Thank
dropping.
you. Thank you.
Well, if he dropped them drawers, you picking them up?
Absolutely not. Now,
Oh my God.
absolutely not. Okay, so
If you
nonetheless,
want to drop that ass,
no, I'm good on that. I'm good on that. Now, uh, nonetheless, all right. Nonetheless, I just want to say this. You know, guys. Of course, as usual, it's always a pleasure to do the show with you guys. I love you guys. Like cook food on a
Yeah.
Sunday, you know. And um, I want to end my line on this note. Just a reference back to Sting. Let's take Sting's. You know, let's use Sting's career and his decision to retire as a notice. When your time is up, it's time to move on. Don't waste time with people, you know, that has nothing going for you. You realize the time is up, it's time to move on. Now, plan for your next stage. Okay, plan for your next stage, whatever your next step is. A lot of people retire and then pass away because they didn't have a full idea of what they're going to do after that. Nonetheless, we want to say thank you for listening to the Three Amigos podcast and watching it on YouTube today. Of course, you know, if there's no you, there wouldn't be an us. So we definitely appreciate you for tuning in each and every week. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Three Amigos podcast on all social media. Listen to us wherever you get your local podcast from, and also follow us on YouTube and check out the video on YouTube and throw a comment on there.
and
Yes,
hit
sir.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
notification.
Yeah.
Hit
Follow
that
that Instagram
notification
page too,
bell.
son. You know what I
Hit that
mean?
All right.
notification bell so you know when we
Yes.
about to come on live and all that. And when
Yeah.
we throw up videos, you know, be notified. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because be
We got
notified because we are something to glorify.
so we got one last comment in for the night.
Said Sammy
Sammy
gonna be
gonna
at
beat
Gun.
Gunther. No,
Oh,
beat Gunther.
oh,
I think that one's far fetched. I think that's far. I think that one
I
might be
think
a
the only
little
how
far
that
fetched.
happens is if it's like a multiple contender match and he doesn't
Yeah,
actually pin Gunther. He pins
I
somebody else.
mean it's a lot of contenders right now for that IC title.
Hmm.
there is. But you know
There's a
what?
lot.
But there's so much wrestling to get to. Not next week, but the following week when we return. You know, back for a new
Oh yeah, that's true.
episode
That's true.
of
That's
the
true.
Three Amigos podcast. We are
Damn, y'all gonna miss us, man. Y'all gonna miss
gone.
us. I know y'all gonna miss me. Help me.
Peace. Have a good night, y'all.